Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm reviewing a wine that I shared with one of my viewers and subscribers who was visiting me. And that's the wonderful thing whenever you're drinking with people that are just friends or visiting and they bring a wine. This is not a wine that probably I would normally have drank. But, he had drank the wine before, saw it in Vancouver I think he bought it at Marquise, around about $160, something like that, about that price. So it's an expensive wine. It's a white wine from Didier Dagueneau. It's their 2019 Silex, and it's got a beautiful label on it. And it is a Pouilly Fume. Dagueneau family is their domain is located in the hilltop village of St Andelin in Pouilly Fume. And in total, they have about 12 hectares of plots, and they exclusively plant Sauvignon Blanc. So this was a great wine for him to introduce to me. I've never had this wine, and this is really a person that's dedicated their life, or the family has dedicated their lives to making Sauvignon Blanc, or serious Sauvignon Blanc, in Pouilly Fume. Didier Dagueneau actually was born into a winemaking family, but he decided to actually pursue his passion of motorcycle race driving. But he had two serious accidents and then went back to his roots. But he decided not to go with his family roots, but to start his own winery under his own name. And at first he bought about 1.2 hectares. So he was one of the first to experiment with single vineyard wine. So he was really on a mission to show that Sauvignon Blanc could be grown seriously in Pouilly Fume. Pouilly Fume is known more as a very easy drinking kind of region, not, I would say, more value. Pouilly Fume is a great wine to drink. Pouilly Fume, of course, refers to two things. I think the white, kind of white cloud on the grape, or kind of that comes over the grape at the end of the harvest season, and also for the supposed smoky smell of the Pouilly Fume wines. Unfortunately, he died in an accident in 2008 in a plane crash, and he was only 52 years of age. So right now the winery is run by the fifth generation, who is Louis-Benjamin, along with his sister Charlotte. And they produced their first vintages in 2008 and 2009, so have been running it for many years. So the vineyard is farmed organically and biodynamically, but it's not actually certified. Let's talk a little bit about Silex, the wine. So Silex is one of these signature or flagship wines, and it's supposed to be one of the top Sauvignon Blancs in the world. Again, it's made from 35 to 65-year-old farmed vines, and Silex actually means flint because the vines are grown in deep flint soils, so you'd probably expect the taste to be flinty. 25% of the must is fermented in new oak barrels, and the remainder in natural casks, and then it's allowed to mature in old barrels for 5 to 7 months before release. So let's take a taste. I had this last night at a restaurant with my friend. I paired it with the Caesar salad, which was great. And it tasted fine, and so I've had it in the fridge overnight, and let's see how it tastes now. On the nose, you do get a bit of a smokiness, or a flintiness a little bit on this, like a stoniness, but you do smell the smoke right now. I think it's more prevalent today than it was yesterday. Maybe it does need to air out, which is kind of a weird thing to say for Sauvignon Blanc, to air it out, but it probably does need some time. So this is the 2019 vintage, so it's probably a little bit young. But it's got nice, a little bit of nice tropical elements to this, like pineapple and like pears and peaches. So light kind of tropical fruits, and then some smoke and some kind of stone kind of, or flintiness to it. So on the taste, it does, again, is fairly typical with consistent with what I was saying in terms of the nose. Nice tropical elements to it. Good at acidity, so you'd expect this with Sauvignon Blanc, but not searing like New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. It's not as citrusy. It does have that citrusy element, but more towards the apricot and the pineapple elements than compared to New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. But what it is really different is the aftertaste. The aftertaste is much more flinty, minerally, kind of stone, and also you have some stone fruit also. So I think that's really the difference in terms of the aftertaste. It's very, some people would call it like salty, but that's kind of what I get from this. And therefore it does actually pair quite well with food, in my opinion. But now that I'm drinking it by itself, it's actually very nice by itself also. So I think it's a very versatile wine. This wine is a wine that I think it does maybe need some decanting. I think it's in its drinking window. I actually might want to age it another 5 years just to see how that flintiness or saltiness or that mineraliness develops. That's quite attractive, actually. The more I drink it, the more I think that's more attractive. It's really great with food. It's got a little bit of pepperiness even to it, like a white pepper. And the more I drink it, actually, the more I like it. So when I first drank it last night, I would probably say it's like an 88, 89 point wine in my opinion. Now I'm actually really getting into this aftertaste. So this is quite a nice wine to me. I would rate it 91 points. And it's a really quite a unique wine in terms of Sauvignon Blanc. It's not your prototypical Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand that we always have. And it's really not the Sauvignon Blanc blends that you get from Bordeaux. They don't taste like this. So I think the real difference here is that end aftertaste. First of all, there's a much more apparent smokiness on the nose, and then there's flintiness, minerally, and kind of a stony aftertaste, which is quite unique, I would say, probably to Pouilly Fume. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.